In today's video, I'm going to share with you my favorite way to bake chicken breast. As you probably know, chicken breast is one of the highest protein foods that you can find. So if your goal is to lose weight, get fit, gain muscle, or maintain your muscle mass as you age, then make sure that you get your chicken every now and then. However, sometimes chicken breast can be very dry and just boring. Well, with this super simple 5-ingredient recipe, this is not going to be a problem. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I recommend that most women get about 30 to 40 grams of protein at every meal. A lot of times people struggle. They don't know where to get that. Well, in today's video, at the end of it, I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like to get 40 grams of protein from chicken breast. You see me putting this food on a food scale. You see exactly how big the portion is that you should eat if your goal is to get 40 grams of protein per meal. So make sure that you stick with me until the end of the video so you see exactly what it looks like. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I actually wash the chicken breasts. I always do that. And here I have 4 chicken breasts. Because I washed them, obviously they're a little wet, so now I'm just gonna take some paper towel and pat them dry. Then we're going to take each one of these chicken breasts and turn them so that the thickest side is facing you. Once you have it like this, then you're going to just keep the knife parallel to the cutting board and try to cut it open so that the both sides are pretty even. It doesn't always work out perfect, but we're going to do our best. So I'm going to press down with my one hand here and keeping the knife parallel to the cutting board. And we don't want to cut through, right? So we want to keep that connection here. But when you open it up, it should look like this. So it is like a butterfly or a heart shape. I have one more already here as well. And I'm just going to set them aside in this little glass container here. With some extra stuff here. I'm going to get rid of this. And then the same thing again. The thickest side is facing me. Cut it open so that it becomes like a butterfly or a heart shape. So this is what it's going to look like. There's some extra here. And cut that part off. All right, next we're going to make the marinade. We need 4 things here. I have organic balsamic vinegar. I have olive oil. I have seasoning. Now this is totally up to you how you want to season it. I have some Hawaiian local spice mix here. And you can use half a lemon, but I don't have lemon and I'm using this lemon essential oil. And we're going to mix it all together. We don't need a ton of marinade, just enough to get everything covered. So I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Then I have some extra virgin olive oil, also a tablespoon. Next, I'm gonna get this lemon essential oil and I'm going to use about 4 or 5 drops. I think 4, let's do 5. Let's go a little crazy today. And then here is my seasoning. I know this one is pretty salty, so I'm not gonna use a ton, and just mix it up. All right, you see that there's not a ton of it, but it's going to be enough to make this chicken taste good. Okay, so here's our chicken, and I'm just gonna take this marinade, I'm gonna stir it one more time, and then just pour it on the chicken, different layers. Okay. And then I'm just gonna use my hands to just move it around a little bit, make sure that everything gets nice and covered. All right, and the chicken is now in marinade. I'm going to put this in the fridge for about 15 minutes. While the chicken is in the fridge, I'm going to turn the oven on and let it preheat. It's also important to know that you can't use all essential oils internally and for cooking. This doTERRA lemon oil is totally fine for cooking. With doTERRA oils, you can see that there is a supplement facts label here. So when you see that, you know that it is okay to take it internally. But be careful if you use some other products that clearly say do not use internally or you're not sure, then don't use it. Most doTERRA oils you can, and the ones that you cannot say so clearly. So this one is safe to use in your food. All right, and in it goes. I'm going to turn this to 425. While the chicken is marinating and the oven is preheating, I'm gonna get my baking sheet ready. It's now been about 15 minutes since I put the chicken in the fridge. So let's get it started here on the baking sheet. So put them on it so that they are open. All right, this is what they look like just before they go in the oven. All right, it's time to cut them and see how they turned out. I like to cut them quite thin. And it is perfectly cooked through. It's not too dry, like overcooked. The baking time depends on the thickness of the chicken breasts. So if they're really thick, which these actually were, then it's gonna be about 25 minutes. If your chicken breasts are thinner, smaller, then you probably need about 20 minutes or so. But you would have to check that. And you can see that I have a lot of chicken here. So there's not gonna be any problem where I'm going to get my protein. It's so worth it to bake 4 large chicken breasts so you have enough food for several days, and you can also freeze this and eat it also later. A lot of times people are really struggling to hit that 30 to 40 grams of protein mark. So I'm going to show you how much chicken you need to get 40 grams of protein. And this is typically about 135 grams. So I'm going to zero out my scale here. You see there's a 0 here. And I'm going to put 135 grams of chicken on this plate. Okay, 117. So we're pretty close. So 129 and maybe a little more. Okay, so 143. So this is where we're at right now. And this is about 40, 42, 43 grams of protein. If your goals are to lose weight and get fit, you need to eat the right amount of calories and the right amount of protein for you. And you can find out how many calories and how much protein you need for your unique body when you get my free downloadable guide. It's called the Calorie Setup Guide, and you can find it in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, please leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family, and make sure to check out the next video as well.